welcome to Archetypal Atrocities, the show where we play bottom of the barrel Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes. Each week, Jules and myself will spin a wheel to determine what archetype we'll be playing for that week. In addition, we will open 3 specially curated packs and pick a card from each of those packs to use in the deck for that week. We are allowed to play staples, but only if they support the archetype we get, and we can only play 1 copy of them in our decks. The winner of each week will get an extra pack they open for the next episode, while the loser will get to spin a loser wheel with multiple results on it, such as choosing your opponent's deck or moving an archetype from your wheel. The loser will also be able to play 2 copies of a staple as opposed to just 1. Now that that's out of the way, let's dig into some trash.
Well, I lost a valiant battle with Ojama, and I really can't complain. It was an actually pretty fun match, and even though it was an 0-2 loss, I think it was still worthwhile. So I won't be disparaged by this loss. I will simply accept that bad beats, and will be happy to see whatever my advantage is for this episode. And you really can't get a much better one than that, I suppose. So, I'm going to leave you here for a second while I go and decide what deck I want to play. And looking at the wheel, there's honestly only one answer here for me. I've been kind of keeping this one in my back pocket, partly because I keep forgetting it's on the wheel, but one of my favorite pet decks actually does exist right here on the wheel. And I think it's about time I finally ride or die with Mai's best friends, the Harpies. I've played a good bit of Harpies fairly recently. They never were a great deck, but I played them fairly pure, I played them fairly honest, and while they were bad, I have experience with them. And I think that, genuinely speaking, their playmaking abilities are a lot better than a lot of the stuff we've played so far. Like, put them up against either deck from last week, I think they take it pretty handily. Plus, we just have stuff like, Featherstorm. We have access to Feather Duster, which is really funny to me. So, yeah, I'm playing Harpy, and I feel very good about this.
Alright, and we are back on the wheel. So, Jules didn't get to choose my archetype, so we're just back good old vanilla wheel. Treated us well last week. We won last week with one of my favorite decks of all time. So let's go ahead and see what the wheel has in store for us today. And let's see, it spins around. Where it goes, it's gonna land on Kawaki Mew. Okay, another Duel Links archetype. So I kind of know the game plan of this deck. I don't know too much about how it plays pure. I played it a lot in Adamantipator, because I do love Adamantipator, and these got played a lot in that deck. But and then Duel Links, I didn't play this in Duel Links, but this was like the deck when I first started playing Duel Links. If you want a timeline for my Duel Links career. That's exciting. Let's go ahead and toss in, get our packs open and see what we can build out of it.
Okie dokie, it's pack time, and let's just... Okay, so right off the top of my head, 2 copies of Needle Wall is definitely not bad, 2 copies of Smashing Ground, 2 copies of Upstart is, it's probably between Upstart and Smashing Ground, but both are pretty solid options here, I'd say. The next pack would be, hey, Double Summon, I don't think we need... We could have the full playset of Upstart Goblin. That is something. I don't think it's something we really care about, but it is something. But Double Summon might actually be the play here, just because, sometimes your hands are going to be kind of bricky in this format, and as we saw last week, Double Summon is actually a very potent card for getting one of your decks to be ahead in this. So it might actually probably be Double Summon. And then for our third pack, we get... Oh, hey! Off the top of my head, I think the levels might line up for Stardust, but Bottomless is also pretty good. So, either way, I think we're pretty happy here with our packs. And I feel even more confident about our chances this week. I'll see you quite soon with the deck so you can see just how wrong I am about this statement.
Alright, so Kawaki Mew, honestly, I don't entirely know what we're looking for, but we'll find out. First pack, Stardust Dragon, I don't think they can make synchros very well, which could be good. Joe Greed is funny. Alright, and on to our second pack. Black Hole F7 is actually quite nice. Night Assailant's also quite nice. Trade-in, I actually think we can play. I think they actually have a decent slew of level 8 monsters. Much Recklessy, never can complain about a Battle Trap. Interesting pack. And for our final pack, looks like we're getting a Utopia. Could actually be pretty good. I think there's a decent bit of level 4 monsters. One day a piece could even come in clutch. Magician of Faith could even be good, because I know this deck has a lot of spell cards it kind of needs, so being able to recycle them would be kind of good. Even Creature Swap would be good, give Jules a monster that's going to get destroyed right away, and we get one of her good monsters. Definitely, actually, that's a thinker. So let's go ahead and toss in the dueling book, see what we can make out of Kawaki Mirror.
I feel pretty good about this list. Harpies are a deck I have experience with, and this list doesn't feel too far off from where I'd be building in TCG. Obviously, I'd have some outside support here. I'd be running like barrier statues, better stuff in the extra, generic interaction, but the actual core playmaking of this deck is mostly intact. The only thing we're really missing is that Harpies are pretty good at putting out toolboxy generic rank 4s. Like, if I was playing in TCG right now, I'd have Abyss Dweller right now, but obviously we really can't go that route, so thankfully we don't really have to, because there are a few decent generic options that are within type and whatnot that do work for us. We also got Stardust in our packs, which I believe we can make, because, our Cyber Slash is an 8, and this is an 8, so there we go. But realistically, though, I think the real strength of this deck is going to come from just having, an actual, things to do. The deck can be a bit bricky, but we have card draw and wing requital. We've got searchers for days. Egotist is not once per turn. Channeler is crazy. Perfumer can be a double searcher if you want. That can find you more searchers. Harpy's Featherstorm is just insane. I fully predict if I open Featherstorm in a game, it will win me a game. I think it's just that strong of a card, especially in a format like this. And honestly, I just don't feel like this deck's going to have a really hard time. Just kind of comparing it back to other stuff that we've played in this series, I feel like Harpies, although lacking their punching power they have in TCG, and while also not being great in TCG, I feel like in this format, Harpies are probably going to be one of the stronger options here because it's actually got things to do. And let's see if I'm right.
Alright, and here is the deck. Kawaki Mirror, very top tier in Duel Links, less so nowadays. Some of the cards here saw play in Adamantipated just because they were rock, namely Supplier and Guardian are pretty big staples of that deck. But in Pure, they're a lot less nice. We have the Boulder, which is kind of a searcher for the Iron Core Kawaki Mirror, or any Kawaki Mirror when it's destroyed. Gigantes is the free special summon. Crusader, pretty much, if it's ever destroyed card by monster by battle, it's a searcher. Or to recursion battle, that's a grave to the hand. Ice is kind of a way to destroy a special summon monster in the field, it's kind of nice. Maximus is one of the main boss monsters. During the end phase, you have to send an Iron Core Kawaki Mirror from your hand to the graveyard, or it's destroyed. And then once per turn, you can just destroy one card on the opponent's field. Very nice card. This was pretty much the first power creep I experienced in Duel Links, so this card got added. 2 Workload. It is a tribute monster that likely we won't really ever make. But if it does, you can pretty much banish a Kawaki Mirror card from the graveyard to destroy 2 cards on the opponent's field. Not bad. Supplier. Face some monsters ever sent to the graveyard. You can spell summon the card from your hand, and then if it's spell summoned, you can add either a Kawaki Mirror card, or an Iron Core Kawaki Mirror, or a card that lists Kawaki Mirror in its text, which most of them have that, so it's kind of just a broad searcher. Urnite's one of the main searchers for the deck. Just when it's normal summon, you can special summon not a searcher, but it's a best normal summon, because you can special summon a level 4 Kawaki Mirror from the deck onto the battlefield, and for us, that helps us make a Utopia and a Mrs. Radiant. Valve, though, definitely also just another kind of bad tribute monster, but it's unaffected by trap effects. It can't be destroyed by the effects of trap cards if Jules is on some of those. Whether or not she is a different story, and if she's not, we'll probably set it out. Rock Spear, just the same card as Gigantes. Witch of the Black Forest, almost all creatures have 1500 or less attack, so it's kind of just a searcher if she gets destroyed. Core Transport Unit, you can discard a card that acquires Iron Core Kawaki Mirror. It's pretty much the backbone of the deck, so you need to have ways to access it. Creature Swap is kind of funny because all these cards need to reveal either Iron Core or a very specific kind of card. So we give one of these to Jules, it gets destroyed, it goes back into our graveyard, and we just take one of her monsters. 3 Diamond Core, just a Kawaki Mirror searcher, and then you can banish a card to just prevent Kawaki Mirror monsters from being destroyed that turn. Iron Core immediate disposal, it just dumps a Iron Core into the graveyard, which is useful because Iron Core can pretty much act as your draw phase from the graveyard. Instead of drawing, you can add it to your hand. Kawaki Mirror Initialize is the way to get Iron Core into our hand. Side deck is pretty much just kind of a lot of just like tech cards. So Sandman negates a trap card. Tornado destroys all special summon monsters. Wall negates spell cards. Iron Core Luster just negates an activation of a spell or trap card by revealing an Iron Core. And Wrecking Power also destroys a bunch of back row by revealing an Iron Core. Extra, we have Utopia from the pack, and just Mrs. Radiant has generic Earth support because most of these are Earth monsters. The downside with Komaki Mew is they have some that are off archetype, or off attribute rather, so like the Maximus is a wind, the Valafar is a fire, but for the most part they're all Earth. And that's the deck. It's not very good. It's very reliant on Iron Core, and you don't have it, you kind of lose. You kind of want to get Maximus out pretty much as fast as possible. If you don't do that, we'll probably lose. So hopefully Jules is on something a bit slow. We'll see what happens in the duel, and we'll see you then. And here we are. It's episode 10. We're double digiting, and boy, am I iffy on this deck I'm stuck with this week. Oh, Lord.
I'm feeling pretty good about mine. I obviously got to pick my own deck, so I should feel at least a little bit good about mine. But overall, I like my deck, and I think it should hold its own, hopefully, unless I don't brick.
We'll see. I'm definitely in many ways capable of bricking, in more ways than one. So, without further ado, I'm not confident in this episode, but what I am confident for is rock, paper, scissors. And
no.
Well, confidence is the key to success, and I got half of that right.
Well, let's go first, see what we can do.
I'm intrigued.
This is a hand, all right, but oh God, what? Oh man.
I have a hand. I just don't know if it does something. I got one of the cards I needed. I just don't know if this hand does anything with that.
Oh God. I think I did the thing where the hand can't do anything.
Uh-oh.
Actually, wait. No. This is like ungodly scuffed, but
Oh boy.
you're gonna instantly see what the deck is. But
Okay.
repping everyone's favorite DM duelist, a normal summon Harpy Lady.
Let's go.
And let's activate Egotist.
Yeah. Definitely
And
not bad.
I was like, oh, this hand doesn't do anything. Wait, free rank 4. So I'll summon another Harpy Lady.
Yeah.
And then I will activate the second Egotist in hand because it's not once per turn.
Yeah. That seems
And-
not bad.
Get Sisters in defense.
Okay, that's a wall. That's gonna be actually very hard to deal with.
Oh, I just realized that he doesn't have the words quick effect on him.
Uh-oh.
That's why he's not great. He's a slow negate. Okay. I was like, what's the catch here? Am I free rolling just a good generic card? But no, okay. There we go. I was like,
There's
oh, yeah. But I will still overlay anyways for 0 fine.
Sure.
I guess I just have to pass.
Uh-huh. We got 2 big bunguses to deal with, and
I love that Sisters it basically has no effect and is a tribute monster that has 1950 attack.
Even like back in the day, that was unplayable.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can use a summon, or you can just make summon skull.
Well, actually, you can't even do that. You have to special it with Egotist.
Oh, that's true,
You can't
actually.
even tribute it out, so it's even worse.
Oh, Lord.
You can't even Desperation tribute it.
I think we have to just set this one and pass, I believe.
All right.
Much less explosive.
I almost don't want to move Sisters to attack because it's easier to kill a 1950, and I don't want it to die. But I also should probably try and get damage in, so to hell with it. I'll attack with Sisters first.
Right, so it's a witch, so I'll activate her effect.
That's pretty good.
I'll add the Kawaki Miwa Knight
Oh boy.
on the rocks. A lot less good without Adamantipator backing them up.
You know what? I could believe that for sure. And then I'll attack for 2.
I'll take 2,000. Owie.
And that's all I got.
Okay. Stand by main. we will summon the Urnite.
Mm-hmm.
I'll activate his effect. I have the Iron Core of Kwakimu in my hand, so I can special summon a level 4 lower Kwakimu from my deck, except itself. And we will summon Kwakimu Ice.
Nice.
I will activate the nice ice effect. I can send the card from my hand to the graveyard to destroy a special summon monster on the field. I will send the... Do I want to send the Iron Core? No, that just kills both of these guys. Let me send it back. No, I send you that. I'll send a supplier to graveyard, and I'll destroy the XZ.
No.
When I put this card in, I was like, I hope she's on something that special summons monsters.
Yep, I definitely do that, so you're safe there.
My next... Oh, that's funny. I can't do that yet, though. If I had one more creature, that would be very funny.
I thought I'd get away with not getting punished for the brick, but no. You drew cards that do things.
Yeah, getting that Night was very helpful. I'll XZ summon into one of the only things that can actually kill the Harpies.
Oh no! You got Utopia.
We got Utopia in the building, and he will hit in.
And I'll take dumb math thanks to this. I just grabbed the calculator. I don't want to do like 4 digits of math.
I think it's 450.
That sounds right, yeah.
I'm so happy they stopped using, well, for the most part, stopped using 50.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be that.
All right, what do I draw? That's a card, I guess. Well, luckily I did have this one, so I'll start with the Smashing Ground.
I was about to say, as long as it's not Smashing Ground, I'm happy. Oh, no. I can't even get my sentence out in time.
Then I will really put a lot of faith in this Harpy's Feather Rest.
Okay.
I will shuffle the Harpies in my graveyard back into the deck.
You got it.
And then I'll draw one. Yeah, let's start with normal summon Perfumer.
Sure.
Sadly, I don't have Sister, so I don't get the extra effect, so I only get the one spell trap to hand. That mentions, it has to specifically mention Harpy Lady Sisters in its text.
How oddly specific.
Which thankfully almost all of the cards do exactly that. Except for notably the really busted trap.
Yeah. They're feather dusted. I also don't think I've ever seen the phrase "and a second such card" on a Yu-Gi-Oh card till now.
I'm torn here. There's 2 options. There's like the obvious answer of grab Egotist, but I could also grab the niche one of I have in the deck. That might be better for the long game. So I'll add Egotist. I think that's the better play.
Nice and simple.
I don't want to outplay myself by like going, oh, I'll go for the tech card, and then like, oh, why don't you just grab the card that searches what you need right now? So I'll activate the Egotist and.
Yep.
Actually, yeah. Then I'll grab Harpy Lady.
I forgot I can just summon Harpy Lady.
Oh wait, why did you go to banish? I love that like I can just accidentally click something while searching my deck, and then like a random thing will happen. Back to the deck, and then shuffle the deck because it'd be unfair if I drew that for a turn because that's probably the best draw on the deck. Don't want to literally actually cheat here.
Ooh, Link summon. I assume.
No, actually, a synchro summon. Because Cyber Slash says, oh yeah, pretend one of your Hercules are a tuner.
What a strange effect, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go to battle and attack for 26.
I'll take 26. Alright, let's go stand my main. Guess I don't have much of a choice. I will set 1. Set 2, actually. Do a T set and we'll toss it back.
Ooh, the T set. I mean, well, when you're playing this deck, you get certain privileges. This is one of them.
Well, at the very least, it's a card I didn't really need.
Okay.
So I already have a Iron Core in my hand, but at least we baited it out. I'll take that as a win.
Yeah.
I also love, just real fast, that Hoppy's Feather does the art. It's destroying a monster card.
That that is amazing, actually.
It's not just a monster card, it's a trap card that's listed as a monster card. Just to make it even stranger.
Incredible. So
So
yeah, I'll attack into your face
I'll
down.
kill my boulder, and I can add either an Iron Core or a level 4 Kawaki Mew from deck to hand, and I will do that. I'll add just the Knight then.
I also love just how much this archetype hates spell traps. Like our only like boss monster is a spell trap negate. like we have Feather Duster on search. Like this
Yeah.
deck hates spell traps.
This is anti-spell
Guild
trap.
spell pops spell
Yeah.
traps to a point where it will pop itself if there's no other targets that hate spell traps that much. And then that's all I've got.
Draw something good. That's kind of, well, it's not the worst, I guess. I guess I'll deck thin. I'll activate Iron Core, just Foolish Burials an Iron Core Kawaki Mew into the grave.
Gotcha. Seems good.
It sucks as you just need like so many ways to get the Iron Core. Just every fucking card in this archetype needs it.
I understand why you're talking about playing left arm.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't seem the worst in Kawaki Mairu. Like compared to other options, like yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, because like this deck, like it lives and dies by Iron Core, so it's just like losing my whole hand just to get this card. Sometimes you gotta do it. I will normal summon the Knight.
Mm-hmm.
And I will use its effect, revealing the Iron Core. Special summon the level 4 Kawaki Mew. I will. Please tell me I'm playing 2 ice. Oh, thank you. I will use. Doesn't negate it, right? Yeah, okay. I will use its effect. I will discard a Crusader to attempt to pop the Slash Lady.
Feather Storm.
Nice. Well, shit.
Yeah, now you have no more monster effects this turn.
That's unfortunate.
I could have shotgunned it earlier, but honestly, I just forgot to. And I was like, oh fuck, you're doing things right. I have a negate for all your monster effects this turn.
Well, that's rough. Honestly,
And I
probably
love
better.
I love that if you pop the card, I get to just add back the Feather Duster
Yeah.
for no reason.
Just randomly, because why not?
Like as if the hand trap remove all monster effects for the turn isn't good enough.
Yeah.
If you set it, they can pop it and oh, Feather Duster.
Kind of sucks, but I think we just have to pass.
Understandable. Okay, there we go. I will.
Oh wait, hold up. Let me.
Oh,
Because ice is not the same as Urnite. Urnite can just reveal the Kawaki. Oh, okay. Let me not cheat real fast. So in the end phase, you have to do these effects. Forgot how that looks. Okay. Well, now I remember why this archetype is dog shit. It's all coming back to me. Yeah, you're good now.
all right. So the footage will show that I did in fact shuffle my deck, but I did draw the channeler for turn. Actually, no, this is a turn later. Never mind. I think it's a turn later, but I did draw it. And now I've got a Heart of the Cards again because Wing Requital.
All monsters control wing bees when you control at least 2 monsters. What a strange card, yeah.
Yep. And
Oh,
the
fuck.
reason it's worded that way is because Harpies all change their name to Harpy Lady on the board. So they have to have different original names.
That's really
It's
funny.
Yeah, it's great. So I'll draw 2. Okay, so I will declare the effect of Channeler to discard the other Channeler I just drew.
Sure.
To summon a Harpy from my deck in defense position.
Yep. I also like how they just slap Harpy's Dragon support on here. It's like, oh yeah, it's level 7 if you're playing Harpy's Dragon for some reason.
Yeah, just like, oh, if you want to make an like a rank 7 instead.
Yeah. Summon Harpy's brother, do it. We don't acknowledge Sky Scout here.
Oh yeah, right. Duh, it's obviously Perfumer. I forgot. Right, her effect works on special summon too. So I'll get to search spell trap as well.
Seems good.
Um, Question is which one? Because it has to be one that mentions sister by name, because it's very funny. Yeah, I guess I'll grab Alluring Mirror Split.
Okay. I've ever heard of this card. Seems good.
Oh wait, I can't activate Hysteric Sign, I don't think. I think it's one of those things where like if you don't have a target in your deck, you can't activate the card. So
Uh,
I because the first effect of Hysteric Sign is when this card is activated, add one elegant. Oh, actually no, or from graveyard. Awesome, this card's dumb. So I'll add an Egotist from graveyard to hand.
yeah.
This is feeling more like how this felt when I played it in TCG a little bit, like when I actually have other cards to go with it. All right, so yeah, okay, so that's all that does right now. So, oh, I could have sequenced this better if I had realized that. Oh well, because I could have had Sisters on board and gotten two spell trap searches with Perfumer.
Mm.
Because now I can activate Egotist, which lets me summon either Sisters or Lady.
Realistically, I think I'm dead.
Probably.
Because I'll let you know in advance. I don't think I have any way out of this. I think you just kill me with monsters on board.
Yeah, I was gonna make a second Cyber Slash. Actually, no. I'll show you one of my pack cards. Actually, no. I can't. Why did I run that pack card? Oh, right. I completely forgot. I'll tell you after the game. It's very funny, but the viewers will probably laughing at me during my deck tech. Because I forgot something very crucial when I was adding a card in. So two of my extra deck slots are super dead right now. But it's fine. It's fine because we make second Cyber Slash.
Yep.
This is engrave. We activate Mirror Split just in case you kill anything.
Sure.
Attack for 26.
Take 6, and then yeah, I'm Omega dead.
Yeah.
That makes so I can't activate anything. Why must Supplier just can't? Why isn't it just Earth? Why does it be Rock? Why do they have like 5 different types when all types don't matter? Oh, how silly. Yeah.
I think what's even funnier is that I didn't realize my mistake when we talked about how tuners work in this deck. Because I pulled Stardust.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I make rank 8 synchros already. None of my cards are actually tuners unless they're summoning Cyber Slash. That pack had like other good cards in it. I had Bottomless in that pack, but I took the Stardust.
That's funny.
God damn it. I could have had 2 copies of Bottomless. But now I have 2 dead cards in the extra.
You have 2 dead cards, I have 2 cards.
You know what? Fair enough. Oh, this is a hand.
This is also actually a pretty nice hand.
I drew like the most cracked going first hand this deck could possibly produce. So like,
oh god,
so glad you put me on second for your own sake.
Why must I play the OTK deck again?
Because this is like probably the best open I could have asked for this deck. Beyond like, because I like. The only thing that could have been better is like one card is off, but I'm discarding that card anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh boy, it's gonna hurt then. All right, hit me with it.
But you put me on. Oh, I'm going first.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, see what happens. Let's hope for the best.
I'll activate Hysteric Sign.
Sure.
I'll add Egotist.
Seems pretty good.
I'm just gonna keep my viewing deck window open for a second. I'm about to like search 8 cards, I think.
Oh god, okay.
So like if you droll me somehow.
God, I wish.
So I'll add Egotist to hand.
Yep.
I'll activate Egotist.
Yep.
I will special summon Sisters.
You do need Harpy Lady on the field first.
Oh, right. That's fine.
I assume you have one, but...
Yeah. I'm getting ahead of myself. That's fine. Normal summon Channeler.
Okay. Oh, God.
So now I have Harpy Lady on board.
Yeah.
So now I'll Egotist for Sisters.
Seems good.
I will activate the effective Channeler to discard a Channeler. to special summon Perfumer to search 2 spell traps, thanks to having Sisters out.
Yeah.
I'll search. Oh, Egotist is engraved. Blah. Yeah, I'll grab a second Egotist and an alluring. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll grab an alluring mirror split as well. I almost wanted to grab Feather Rest, but I don't actually have much in the yard just yet, so. I'll activate Wing Recruital.
God, yeah, okay.
Yeah, like I opened the nuts. Like, this is, you cannot ask for a much better hand with Harpies. I'm very happy to show this off. Not that this deck has a great, like, end board or anything, but
You just be happy, deck. That's
summon Fire, Fearsome Fire Beast.
what the fuck? Okay. I didn't
The
even know that
other,
existed.
yeah, the retrain of Pet Dragon
Oh.
that special summons itself.
That seems good.
I should have threw in the Big Eye. I could make Big Eye here.
Just in case it's important, it does get summoned in defense position. I don't know if that's going to wind up being relevant or not.
The Fire Blast, that should be fine.
Yeah, just in case it's relevant. Which, honestly, I'd probably prefer it in attack if it's staying on the field, but...
Oh, interesting. It's forced to be level 7. That's not the worst, I suppose. But that is interesting. Activate the second Egotist.
Sure.
Grab basic Harper Lady.
Okay.
Maybe I should have. Oh well, slight misplay with grabbing Mirror Split, but it's fine. I think it's not even a misplay. Just I'm going for more protection instead of going for deeper draws, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I had another draw 2 lined up right here if I wanted to.
Mm.
Somehow. Cyber Slash. I'll activate Mirror Split. Yeah, I really should have run Big Eye. I could link off, I guess, but I kind of just like having his butt out instead. Because he also has an effect, doesn't he? Wait, when he's sent to the graveyard, maybe I should link him off. You get sub 1 Wing Beast monster from your deck to the graveyard? Why would I want to do that? I don't think I want to do that. No, I think I'm good, actually. Thank you for offering, though, Pet Dragon. So I think I'm good.
Alright.
So slight misplays, but it was still a pretty good open, I'd say.
Not bad. Well, at least I know you don't have to mass negate, which is nice. I'll start with a immediate disposal.
Mm-hmm.
In a Iron Core. Deck thin a little bit. I will activate the Diamond Core to add Core Commuter card.
Yep.
I will add us a... Yeah, we kind of need Iron Core. It's kind of annoying. I go to Grave. I will normal summon the Air Knight. I will activate its effect, revealing the Iron Core.
In response, it's a hand trap.
Oh yeah, that's a thing that happens.
Yeah.
I forgot I can activate from the hand. That's a... Yeah.
Yeah, when you have a Harpy, it's a hand trap for some ungodly reason.
Nothing I can do about that, sadly.
Yeah, like I said, it was the nuts. It was Featherstorm, Wing Requital, Double Channeler, and Hysteric Sign.
Yeah,
Which, like, you really can't ask for much better than that.
you really can't. It's just any effect. That's actually really unfortunate with what I can do. Okay. Well, I can't really do anything else, so I'll go to end and reveal a Beast Warrior, which is this dude, and so he won't die.
Oh, right. Channeler is once per turn effect. So I can just...
Yeah.
But which one do I want to pitch is the question. I'll send Harpy Oracle to graveyard.
Okay, I don't think I've ever heard of that card before.
She's from the second wave of support, I think. Like, actually, no. Like the second wave of like good support, I'd say. Like the post synchro era, I think. Like, because Harpy is slowly becoming a real deck. Like it's from that era of cards where like they had this like, oh, pitch a guy, search the field spell, that
Yeah.
era of archetypes, but they've actually gotten real support since. So I'll special summon out the Perfumer,
Yep.
search out 2 spell traps. I'll grab Feather Rest and Egotist.
Yep.
I'm going to Link Off
Lincoln.
or Harpy Connector.
I didn't know they had a link
Conductor.
monster. Okay.
You never summon her? Let me read what she does real quick. Harpy Lady. Because like usually in TCG, you make some Morgan stuff. Like you
Yeah.
have actual Wing Beast links to go into. Oh, okay. This isn't bad. It's not really relevant, but I just needed to clear up zones. I will activate Feather Rest and target 3 Harpy Ladies in my graveyard and shuffle them back. And since I control a Sisters, I will draw 2 cards.
Okay.
And now I am windlocked. I'll shuffle back the Oracle since it's Harpy Lady in the graveyard, because funny. Same with the Vanilla Harpy Lady. And one of the Channelers back to deck. Then I will shuffle and draw 2. Ring Requital.
Yeah. Why not?
I just drew into it. Special summon the Oracle that I just redrew into.
So,
I get to add a spell trap to hand. Oh my god, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna add Harpy Lady Phoenix formation.
I will say it gets added during the end phase.
Oh, it does, right. Well, I wasn't gonna activate it anyways because I skipped my battle phase. I just want to kill you, but
I mean, I prefer
so,
if you didn't.
so adds the end phase. That is really weird.
Just want to go back on that Gravekeeper shit, or just that grave end phase, because fuck you, I guess.
Yeah.
Do
All
you
right.
know if if a spell card has an effect, you can banish it for the effect? If it's a regular spell card? Specifically Diamond
Uh,
Core?
I remember like when these cards came up during Prague playoffs and like they were like playable-ish there. Even then they were like the most sacky bullshit where it was like even though it's like this is the one time this deck is like good on its own almost. But even then it's like you have to fill out your deck with so much air to make it function. And even then it was like, oh, you'll probably still lose half your matches.
Yeah, like, this was only good in dueling because it was a 20 card deck that had a searcher. Oh, well. Going to take me out.
Speaking of dumb searchers, I think this is the 3rd Egotist that activated this turn or
Yeah,
something.
it's definitely up there.
It's very dumb, but it can only search out like basically the worst monsters ever. So, but I'm gonna go for the Wah.
Oh my god.
No one, I don't think anyone's ever made this, but bam.
Coffee's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. Attack opponent directly? Oh god. Okay. That's scary. Also, I think you are probably correct that you might be the first person to ever summon this card.
I sadly probably can't just kill. Actually, no, I forgot Conductor's on board. Maybe I do have numbers to get there. Making Phantasmal Dragon definitely does take me probably off of lethal, but it's funny. It's in the spirit of the game. Where else am I going to make Phantasmal Dragon? All right, so Harpist comes down, and when it's special summon, I can target. When it's normal summon, I can target 1 harp. Actually, no. Did I normal summon for this turn? No, I didn't, because I started off with Channeler effect.
Yeah.
So, I will bounce probably just Sisters to hand, and then your Urnite to hand,
Yep.
and not lethal, but smacking. At least I don't think it's lethal.
It might be.
It might be.
11. not
Oh,
win?
it's just over.
Uh, you got it.
Whoa, Harpy Sweep!
Yeah.
I had a feeling this would happen. Like, this deck, I think, definitely hits harder than most things on the wheel.
No, yeah.
But,
I did actually have a blowout. I was
mm,
hoping you didn't have the normal or the mass counter because I had this. What's against this is basically just one-sided field
oh,
wipe.
oh
So
no.
if I lived next turn, I was gonna slam this. I was gonna kill the conductor and then just slam this
Uh,
down to wipe the field.
oh, geez, yeah.
What was my draw gonna be? Oh, and I would have drew the ice for good measure. That's funny.
Yeah, because it's not even targeting, which gets around Phantasmal.
Yeah, it just hits everything. That's one of the ones in the side. I was like, just in case he's playing like a lot of special summoning, we'll toss this in. Also, funnily enough, there's another just a Duel Links deck. Zombies was also a Duel Links deck, as was Walking Mew.
Yeah,
Funnily enough, we've had like 4 Duel Links decks in a row. It's kind of weird.
that is funny. I guess that goes to show that that's one home for all of these bad decks.
Yeah.
If you have any of these decks, actually no, don't go play Duel Links. Why would I ever suggest that? That is like the worst TCG economy. Like how boxes work on there. It's
Oh,
like
it's
you'll be so happy Master Duel exists. Like do
oh,
not.
absolutely. I'm just like I see people like complain about like other like card economies like
Mhm.
Arena, even Hall. So I'm like, oh my god, you don't know how good you have it compared to Duel Links. Holy shit! Like
Like if Duel Links actually had 40 card decks, that card game would be unplayably
yeah,
expensive. It's already too expensive
yeah.
with 20 card decks.
It's fucking so fucking ridiculous. It's just like I fucking played that game. Why do they do that to myself? It sucks because the format is actually really fun. It's just fucking
Yeah.
impossible to play. And like
Hmm.
Speed Duels fixes that because you just buy the cards you want, but then no one plays Speed Duels and it sucks. It's such a cool
Yeah,
format.
like Beedles has like its very like strong core group, but like no one
Yeah,
at locals is playing
yeah.
Speed Duels.
Yeah, exactly. It's like so. I wish like they put Speed Duels more. 'Cause they like kind of release it, and I was like, okay, we're just gonna give you this box
Mm,
like every year. Have fun.
yeah,
It's quite unfortunate 'cause I would love to play Speed Duels, but the only place you realistically can is like a YCS maybe, or like a regional.
yeah.
Well, anyways, this was episode 10. I've lost, which also means I get to we actually talked a little. So the loser wheel is going to be a little different next week, so we might get a new one on there. That'll be fun and interesting. Jules gets the extra pack as per usual, and for this double-digit episode, I think that puts us back in the tiebreaker actually in the win-loss record, which is kind of neat.
I think it does, yeah. Keeping it real close.
It's been even like with the choosing your own archetypes and choosing your own, choosing the others. It's all been
Hmm.
good. I think every time we've chosen our own archetype, we've won. I think. I don't think it ever backfired.
I think so, actually, yeah.
Well,
Because
I
I've
guess
picked
technically the
twice.
vampire one, but
Oh yeah, yeah, like
that like half counts.
yeah, the fact that like I said I picked twice, not even counting Vampire Subconsciously, says a lot about how I counted that one as my own pick. I blame that one solely on Twitter. I had fun repping it, but
That was episode 10. Back next week for more wheel spins, more city archetypes, and I mean, hey, if you ever got an archetype you don't see on the wheel you haven't played, leave a comment and we'll probably add
absolutely.
it because we've done it before and we'll do it again.
Have a good one.
Bye.